Hey everyone, Ben here, testing the new AI in AMS 2 version 1.5.3, and tests don't come much bigger than a full grid of GTE cars thundering into T1 at Long Beach, and there's no doubt this is going to be dangerous. In my cockpit, I'm holding my breath, waiting for a car to come to a sudden stop, to tag the wall, or to pile into me. But actually, although it's extremely tight, it looks like everyone's gotten through okay, and really impressive driving there from the AI, and great tension, trying to find space on track and stay safe without losing ground. And if you like the look of this, there are going to be a lot more AMS2 videos on the channel between now and Christmas. So if you aren't already, get subscribed and hit the bell icon so you don't miss a single one. Now you might say, hey, cars could get through lap 1 at Long Beach before this update, and they could, but I'll show you a replay shortly, and it's not just that cars are driving safely, they're driving more smoothly and in a much more believable way, which really adds to a feeling of realism and authenticity. But this is not just about the cars getting off the line. The race really tests the wheel-to-wheel abilities of the AI, as you can see on screen now. It might be a sprint session scenario, but it's got big chunky cars in a tight and bumpy street circuit, and I wanted to know if the cars could attack and defend and have more effective racing lines that would keep them off the raised curbs and out of the barriers. But let's take a look back at the start and see how the AI drivers got on, and pretty much straight away I'm very impressed. The cars are fanning out 2, 3 and 4 wide, but it's all very controlled movement with lots of space being given. There's less jerkiness, fewer scrapes with the barriers, and all in all a much more realistic feel. And at the end of the lap, an AI driver had a nibble into the hairpin, but he pulled out before fully tagging my rear end. That's really interesting to see and quite promising, because I think in previous versions that might have ended in a bigger crash. We rejoin the action then a couple of laps later, and I'm in hot pursuit of the BMW ahead, and this is going to be another big test. Can I make a clean overtake here at such a tight track? Will the AI be so aggressive so as to ignore me at the apex, which was a problem on previous versions of the game? Now I'm in the Porsche 911 GTE today, running the AI at 105 and on high aggression. I literally hopped into this combination, which is great in terms of the accessibility that AMS2 offers. But let's find out here how the AI manage alongside me here into the final sector of the lap. It's very difficult to hold the car offline around here, and I'm hoping I'm clear heading into the hairpin, but we're actually side by side as we come through the corner and on exit. This is going to be a drag race down the start-finish straight. I'm not quite sure where he is right now, but I'm going to hold a consistent line as we head down into T1 and hope he doesn't launch it down the inside. I give slightly too much room here as we're coming into the corner, and I'm just going to graze the wall on the outside, but it looks like I've got that move done. Wow, okay, then let's have a look at that battle on replay, and you can see then we're coming into the final sector of the lap side by side. What's most impressive here is that the BMW doesn't give the move up, and in that sense this reminds me a little bit of the AI in the Formula 1 series, and that's really a good thing in my opinion. I've always been a bit of a fan of the AI in some of the recent F1 games, but actually when we look at this second part of the replay, you can see there are still a few quirks. You'll see the BMW's twitching a bit, and he gets out very wide there on the start-finish straight, giving me almost too much room. He then tucks in behind me nice and sensible, and we get the move done. We return to the action another few laps later, and now I'm in pursuit of the warring Porsches up ahead, hoping that their dynamic battle will give me a chance to catch them and join in. And it's great to see the AI fighting with each other in this way. But this gives me a chance to talk a little bit about the driving experience too, which is benefiting from a bunch of other changes brought in as part of the latest update. I'll very likely produce dedicated videos on this. It's impossible for me at this early stage to dissect the individual changes, but what I can say is the cumulative effect is that one of the best cars in the game pre-update feels even better than it did. It's early days in my playing of this new update and I don't want to overdo it. The game still has that distinctive AMS2 feel, but the changes this time around give me a greater level of fine detail and feeling in the car. It feels natural and drivable. Two adjectives I wouldn't have used about AMS2 in previous years. There's an increasingly good sense of weight to the car, and oversteer and understeer make more intuitive sense to me than they have before, and that allows you to get involved in some of the tight battling that you're seeing on screen at the moment without having to worry that the car is going to break loose or that you're overdriving the car, because it simply never spins no matter what you do on inputs. These are relatively small steps in one way compared to something like the 1.5 release, and as I mentioned, this was always a relatively great car to drive in AMS2. But even if these are small refinements, they add up to really important improvements to the driving experience. Now, as I've been talking, we've been trying to put pressure on the AI ahead, and now we're on to the final lap, and this is the final test of the new AMS2 AI as I set about trying to force a mistake and get past. But as you can see, I've not had much joy into the left-hander there, and so it's really going to come down now to, can I get a better exit through this right-hander, get the car pushed out as close to the wall as I dare, little bit of oversteer there, and it looks as if I do have more momentum coming down the back straight here. I'm going to have to force the issue down the inside, but look at the AI on my outside, braking as late as he possibly could, but he was boxed in by the car ahead. Now it looks as if I've got this place done, but I think he's going to come back at me through the hairpin here. It's going to be very, very tight, but it looks as if I've just about got it done on the final lap here. I think that puts me up into 8th position or something like that, so we're not at the sharp end of the field, but a great way to finish this initial overview of the new AI in AMS2. I've really enjoyed this race, and if you've really enjoyed it and you'd like to see more AMS2 on the channel, then get subscribed, leave a like, and let me know in the comments what kind of content you want to see, and I will see you on the next one.